Morning, guys, and welcome back to Herb Home. Jeannie here. Uh, just a real short clip here, talking about flexibility. You know, it's one of the things I always kind of yak about on homestead life, and also as an outdoors person. A lot of you know I'm a outdoor woman. I hike and backpack and fish and kayak and all that kind of thing. Back February 2nd, I broke my ankle. First major break in my world since I was a little bitty kid. And it changed out a lot of things. It made me realize how many things I'm active in and how easy it is for things to happen. I mean, I'm a careful hiker. I don't take a lot of chances. And I just went down and it broke. And I've got a lot of old age things, osteoporosis and a blood disorder, both of which affect the way you heal and everything. So it's been a slow heal. I just started rehab 2 days ago, and I'm headed back in. And there's a lot of discomfort, pain, and the in-between day, I was hurting yesterday. But I want to stay mobile. I want to be able to do the things I love. And so I'm having to back off on some of the things that I normally do until it heals. But so much of the journey in homesteading is about staying flexible. If one way of doing something doesn't work out, then you do another way. You go over, under, sideways, I always equate it to a brick wall. If you can't go through it, you dig a hole under it. You go around it. You climb over it. Worst comes to worst, you take a bulldozer and knock the thing down. Well, this is my bulldozer time. I'm not a patient person normally, so this is going to be fun. But this is an example, I think, of even with the most care, things can happen while you're out backpacking. And so you need to be prepared. You need to have some sort of GPS device so you can call SAR if needed. You need to have something that the skills to brace an ankle, for instance, or a knowledge of where the easiest route out is. When you're in backcountry, when you're in wilderness areas, access is not always the easiest thing. And for instance, with SAR, sometimes it takes 12, 15 hours for them to get organized and decide on the best route to get you out and everything. So, and these guys, many of our guys down here are volunteers, and so everybody has to gather up, get all the equipment located, get potential way out, just any medical care you need. So it's important to be sure those needs are met when you're on trail. We carry Garmin. I carry first aid kit that I usually have Coag with me, for instance, and I know a lot of people don't carry it, but that can be a life-saving option. So think about where you're going and what your exit options are should something happen. And in life comparison, just recognize that things happen and you do have to be flexible. And I think part of it is being willing to keep going forward too when things happen. We've had so many learning experiences, is the way I like to put it, where things have happened. And we've had to change our path a little bit. But we keep going because, well, I just realized I've got the windows showing, but look at where we live. Look how blessed we are. And we've got such a wonderful group of friends and so on that have stepped up. So it's awesome. But just be prepared and stay flexible, guys. All right. Granny lecture number 299 over with. Have a good day.